Hi everyone. Thought I'd try a different angle because I've got the light hitting the phone. So today I'd like to focus on Daniel. Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel's one of my favorite characters in the Bible. He had this faith. He knew that God looked after him no matter what happened to him. And being thrown into a lion's den, I think I would be apoplectic. But for some reason, he knew deep down that God would look after him. So Darius was the king at the time, and Darius, well, he had an issue with who he was. It was very easy for the satraps to make him think that people should bow down to him. Now, we know that is not what's on the agenda if you want to be an angel in the other life, or even an angel in this world. So of course he caught Daniel praying to his Lord. And the interesting thing to me is how Darius is definitely getting caught up in the bad stuff. They're caught up with the people who worked with him and who got him to think that somehow or other he should be worshipped. But of course, as we know in the story, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, but he was protected. And what does that mean for us today? We know that if we do the right thing, God will protect us. It may not always be obvious in this world, because this world is messy, to say the least. But in this particular case, Daniel indeed was protected. One like the Son of God was in the den with him. And we know that if we do the right thing, that God does indeed protect us. And how do we do that? We need to be humble, not humiliation. That provides a different kind of idea. To be humble, to always assess, are we doing the right thing? Is this what the divine would ask us to do? We can also question, is this the right way to go? It seems like Daniel was very strong in his belief that God was looking after him no matter what. And what was interesting about Darius, which could be another part of us, the idea of us being Daniel is kind of hard when we're on earth. But again, we can look at that. This was Daniel working to be an angel. How about Darius? We get caught up in that idea that somehow we're better than others and maybe feel like we'd like to be worshipped. But the interesting thing about Darius, of course, is that he did not stay in that place. When he realized that Daniel was being protected, of course, he asked that everyone worship Daniel's God. And of course, he had the satraps put in the den, and they were eaten quite well. So we have different aspects of this story in ourselves. We have moments of being like Daniel. We have moments of being like Darius. And we have moments in our lives when we're really like the satraps. And I think the important thing is to look at these stories and assess quietly, are we doing the wrong thing? Or are we doing the right thing? That's an important part of our life. And I ask for you today to look at these stories in the Bible. Look at the ways that we sometimes behave like the bad guys. And we can also thank the divine when we appear to be leading the right way, like Daniel. And thank God for being with us on our journey. We all hope to be angels on the other side. So our journey is really to try to be angels each moment of our day as much as we are able. So I hope you were able to think about that story and think about the times that God has looked after us in our lives. We know as we go through life that indeed we can see where God has directed us and helped us on our journey. May God be with you all. Amen.